Today in our 2011 Ford Edge, we will be having a look at and showing you how to install the Roadmaster battery charge line kit for towed vehicles. Part number RM-156-25. And here's what our charge line kit looks like installed. This charge line kit is going to be a great solution for those of you who flat tow your Edge behind a motorhome. This will allow your vehicle's battery to maintain a charge. This is especially great for those of you that have a supplemental braking system in your vehicle. Those supplemental braking systems do require power source, and typically they're hooked up to your vehicle's battery. But since your engine's not running while your vehicle's being towed, your alternator is not providing a charge to your battery, so your battery can be run down and you will be greeted with a dead battery, or your supplemental braking system will no longer work if you're on a long drive. This will prevent that from happening in both cases. And now that we've gone over some features, we'll show you how to get it installed. We went ahead and put our wiring in place and routed it behind our fascia while we had it off. We grounded our towed vehicle lighting system to our core support with the provided self-tapping screw. We have our wires coming up through this opening behind our headlight, right here into our engine compartment. First thing we're going to want to do is cut off the end of our 4-pole connector for our towed vehicle lighting system. Now we'll strip back some insulation from all of our wires. Now we'll remove the dust cover off the back of our connector. Take our wires, stick it through the small end, and we'll just slide it back out of the way for the time being. We'll take our connector. All terminals are labeled. We'll start with this one that's labeled GD, and that's for ground. We'll back out the set screw a little bit, and we'll take our white wire. This is our ground wire. Once we have it inserted, we'll tighten the set screw down a little bit. The one next to it, labeled TM, that's for our tail lights and marker lights, and that'll get our brown wire. This one here, labeled RT, is for our right turn signal and right brake light, and that will get our green wire. The one labeled LT is for our left turn signal and left brake light. That'll get our yellow wire. And that leaves us with our red wire. This red wire is for an auxiliary charge line to ensure that our vehicle's battery maintains a charge while it's being towed. That goes to our center terminal, which is the one marked A for auxiliary. And this is what it looks like once we have all of our connections made. Now, one thing I like to do is take some dielectric grease, which we have available on our website, and flood the back side of our connector. This will help prevent any corrosion from occurring if there's any moisture that gets inside. Then we can slide the cover back in place. And now we'll tape the cover onto our connector with some electrical tape. And we'll continue wrapping down until we cover up all of our colored wires and create a nice seal with our dust cover. All right, now that we have that wrapped, we can push it into our grill opening over the studs on our base plate to mount the connector, and we'll use the provided self-tapping screws that come off our base plate to secure the connector. Okay, now that we have our wire routed inside of our vehicle engine compartment, we need to find a place to mount our breaker. This is our breaker right here. We can just use our provided self-tapping screws and secure it to our cowl area here with those. Okay, now we're going to measure out how much of our red wire that we're going to need to make our connection to our breaker. Cut off the excess, strip back some insulation, Take one of our small ring terminals, stick it on the wire, crimp it. Now we'll remove the nut from our copper colored stud on our breaker. Place the ring terminal over that stud and re-secure the nut. Tighten it. Take our excess wire now, strip off the insulation from one end. Take our other small ring terminal, place it on the wire, crimp it down. Now we'll remove the nut from the silver terminal on our breaker. Place our ring terminal over that stud and re-secure the nut. Now we'll strip off some insulation from the other end. Take our larger diameter ring terminal, place it on the wire, crimp it. Now we'll remove this 10mm nut here. This will attach our vehicle's battery cable to the battery terminal. And that completes our look at and installation of the Roadmaster battery charge line kit for towed vehicles, part number RM-156-25 on our 2011.
Thanks for watching, and click the link in our description below to shop, learn more, or visit us at eTrailer.com. And leave us a comment if you have any questions.